So let's talk about righteousness. On the surface level, righteousness just means to do right. If that is the case, who decides what is right and what is wrong? It is more complex than simple over here, good and bad. It is more complex than a binary view of the world most things in life are. To be quote unquote righteous is to be of good moral standing, to have integrity. To be righteous deals with character. It deals less about specifics and more about principle. Over here, how people can take actions of steal, kill, and destroy. And they can take, no one is, how should I say this? No one is completely a good or bad person. Everybody have made decisions in their life that people view as moral and immoral. Now, however you balance that depends on you. And that depends on your scale, where you could be classified as like, oh, a mostly good person or a mostly bad person. Mostly white. Now, like I said, when I talk about righteous, I'm talking about the aspect of that moral standing, that integrity. In today's world, over here, the mentality to steal, kill, and destroy is encouraged. Righteousness is not encouraged in today's world. In today's world, it's a dog-eat-dog world. You will only be successful if you're willing to steal, kill, and destroy in order to cheat and lie to get to the top. Because think about, if any of y'all seen the movie The Wolf on Wall Street, the wolf on Wall Street, lying and scamming your way to the top. But a foundation that is built on lies and scams will always come down. That a shaky, false foundation will always be met with a tower. So, what is a firm foundation? What is a righteous foundation? When you build something up with integrity and character. When you build something up with actual values. Do you have values? Do you have morals? Do you have rules? Do you have guidelines? I'm not talking about guidelines other people tell you how to live your life. Do you have your own rules set and guidelines for how you live your life and encourage to what you believe and how you think? Be like, based on me and my experience, I'm not going to do this just out of principle. Based on me and my experience, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. Or in this context, do you ever question that? Do you ever question, what are my values? What are my morals? What do I think is right and wrong? Because once you find out what your definition of right and wrong is, then you can build, how should I say this? You can build your structure around it. Because it's simple to say stuff like, okay, lying is wrong, lying is unrighteous. But like I said, everybody has lied before. And there are situations in real life, there are situations where telling the truth is not ideal. There are situations where telling the truth can get you in trouble or even put you in danger. So therefore, you see how righteousness is less deal with specifics and more deal with the integrity. As long as you're not compromising yourself, as long as you're not compromising your soul. Can you sleep good at night? That one a message at the beginning, heavy. Can you sleep good at night? What is your conscience telling you? What is righteous to you? And it's not from a place of over here. It doesn't come from a place of judgment or condemning. No. But you have to ask uncomfortable questions to get to the core of the problem. I'm the type of person where I don't treat symptoms. I look for the core of the issue and treat that. So when you ask a question to me about righteousness, at the core of what righteousness is, again, that integrity, that moral fiber. When no one's looking, will you do the quote right thing to uplift yourself and uplift others, even if that right thing is not beneficial to someone else? Things get very complex. I'm getting a message. Doing what's good doesn't always mean doing what's right. A lot of people think it is right to, no matter what, to always help out someone in need. But if you are in a position where helping out someone in need will be detrimental to you, that will spray less from righteousness and more the self-sacrificial. You see how there are contexts in a lot of gray areas when we start talking about topics like this. It's not as simple as good and bad. When people talk about, especially in the religious construct, about being good, being holy, being pure. Another message I mentioned is the aspect of being holy. People see being holy as being free of sin. You do no wrong. If that's the case, no one's holy. Rather than viewing my perspective of viewing holy as to be whole, to we integrate, accept, and love and appreciate all aspects of you. What you deem the light and the dark, what some people deem the good and the bad. Because once you accept all parts of yourself with you, you can even make those quote unquote dark, what some people view as bad aspects of yourself, you can make them beneficial. You can turn, that's how you alchemize your own power. That's how you turn straw into gold. That is actually the righteous thing to do, to build your own morals and integrity. I notice I do this thing that doesn't make me feel good. Okay, why do I do it? And get to the core issue and why I do it, and then over here be like, I do it from a place of insecurity. I do it from a place of jealousy. I do it from a place of envy. And once you start looking at that core issue, you can actually start healing your own wounds. And that is how you take the righteous path to uplift to keep that moral standards and integrity, rather than just trying to reject the aspects of you. Be like, I feel these emotions, but I can't admit that I feel jealous. I can't admit that I feel angry. I can't admit that I feel this, that, and third. So you push it down. And you allow it to fester while still putting on the face, while still putting on a perception of righteousness. That is only illusionary, rather than actually delving in the dark and your deepest, delving in that subconscious, rather than going in and actually doing the work to heal. To be righteous is not an easy task. But we are all human, and we all just trying to figure this out. There's absolutely no judgment, as we all just trying to make our way to navigate through this world. Thank you for listening.